Okay, welcome everyone to episode 3 of the Young Entrepreneurs London podcast, where we educate, motivate and elevate other young entrepreneurs and help you achieve the success you desire. So for today's business news section, we are going to be talking about the new discount store chain which Tesco's has recently launched called Jack's, mostly to compete with Aldi and Lidl. And for the general advice section, we are going to be debating on whether going to university is a necessity in this modern day and age. And for the personal section, we are going to be sharing our insights on how we manage our time management as entrepreneurs. Okay, so to start off, Tesco's. I was watching an interview this morning. BBC were interviewing the CEO of Tesco's, Dave Lewis. And he was basically given an introduction into Jack's and explaining why they opened it up. Now, his main sort of points were they wanted to provide cheap groceries to the British public, and they also wanted to provide the public with homegrown groceries. So one of the main USPs he kept pushing during the interview is that 8 out of 10 products in Jack's stores are homegrown. So in my opinion, I think this is a good move by Tesco's. They're thinking out of the box. They're renovating their business model to make sure that they're not taken out of business by other supermarkets such as Aldi and Lidl.
Is it going to be more organic fruit and veg as well? So like no pesticides and things?
I don't know. He didn't really comment on that, but possibly.
It'd be a good move.
But the thing about the Jack sell other stuff like microwaves or fridges or whatever, it's going to be strictly food based. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think it's a good move for Tesco's, and how do you think this is going to impact the supermarket industry?
I think it's good. I think that obviously, when you think of food stores and you think of Aldi and Lidl, you think of obviously poor or low class food prices and stuff. But if you're looking at just basic supply and demand, obviously there's more people on a low wage than there is, even the Tesco food isn't that much more expensive. Lidl know the target audience, and more people will buy in abundance than they would in Tesco. So they're just obviously trying to, make a store that would eventually keep them in business.
Yeah. And
they're trying to obviously keep it more, targeted towards people that would actually be able to afford buying the food. One of the reasons why Waitrose is doing so bad is that they just cater to people that earn a certain wage because the food is a bit higher than normal price. So most people will go there. Obviously, the food is organic and a little bit better, but Waitrose are losing a lot of business because of they're too much of in the niche, so they're losing a lot of money.
Yeah,
and people don't do. I remember years ago, people don't do full shops in Waitrose. They just buy a few items here and there.
Yeah, because the prices are too high. I mean, unless you're earning over a certain amount a year, you can't afford to do your whole house shopping in Waitrose, because you'll be paying at least £200 to £300 a week if you're shopping in Waitrose.
Just because me as a single man, £20 a week, and that's on a tight budget. So that's £80 a month to eat, and I go to Lidl, man, because that's what I can afford. Man, £20, you can get good value for your money. So
absolutely. How about you, Hayden? What do you think
I think it's a good move. I mean, when I go to Tesco's, I don't like the fact that they've got the whole, it's like a general store. It's not a food shop anymore. It's not. You can't, you buy everything there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they've not got what's it called, washing machines and shit like that in there, to be honest.
They've become more of a department store than actual grocery store.
I think it'd be great if you have obviously Jack's becomes just a grocery store. I think it's I mean, I go shopping there.
I'm interested in why they didn't just call it Tesco or something. Why did they go over a different name?
Jack's and Beanstalk,
innit? So the founder of Tesco's, his name was actually Jack. So I think they were just
like a
remuneration of the founder. basically. So
Fair enough. You can't beat him, join him, let's say, innit?
yeah.
But I want to see how successful it is. Obviously, we don't know what the market's going to react to it. We don't know how it's going to affect the...
I mean, have they publicly said it's going to be taken on Aldi and Lidl?
Yeah, they okay, well, the CEO himself didn't say it, but all over the news they say, oh, Tesco's is launching a new store to compete.
Yeah, but that's public. That's
PR, isn't it?
That's PR bullshit. That could be a load of shit.
But he did say...
Is it going to be discounted?
Well, he did say pretty boldly that the products offered in Jack's will be the cheapest in any supermarket, even cheaper than Aldi and Lidl. So I guess that's him indirectly saying, yeah, we're competing with them.
Is it really price or is it really product here? Because I know that the food, I remember going to Lidl and none of the food is from here. It's all from like Germany. It's a German company.
Nah, they'll be
so the food isn't like, it's not that great obviously, but it's food, isn't it? So the big difference between M&S, Waitrose and Tesco's and saying is the food, isn't it? It's really about the food. It's not really about the price really.
It's about quality. I mean, I'm a chef, so aren't you?
Oh, I used to be, years ago.
So I quality of food, I'd rather go to the Ritz than the Harvester. I'd save up to go to the Ritz.
Of course,
yeah, because the quality of the food is just so much better. And like, I mean, I like things like wood pigeon and pheasant and octopus and things like that. It's cooked well. It's nice, but when you go into like things like McDonald's, Harvester and shit like that, it's just fucking crap. I hate it. Like, it's
not even food.
It's not even food. It's not really. I can cook that shit at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So, I mean, I appreciate good food. So obviously, if Jack's is a lot better, like food targeted, like high quality, organic, no pesticide crap food, then yeah, I'm all game. Let's go there instead.
Because my friend was telling me, I didn't know that they basically, when they're growing these fruits and all this stuff, like parasites and stuff, eat it. So they have to spray it with some sort of chemical to kill the bacteria.
But that's killing the...
Yeah, because the chemicals they spray it with also aren't that good for your body either, so
that's what they were saying,
it is a bit of
even if you wash it out, it's still in the soil.
Yeah.
And plants take on everything that's in the soil.
That's what my friend goes to, what's that place called now? It's in Kensington. And,
Whole Foods?
It might be Whole Foods. And Planet Organic, that's it. And you can buy like big baskets of fruit, but the fruit is like organic, innit? And it's like really, really good food, but it's expensive. Like to buy one apple is like more than a pound or something silly like that. But the apple is not like sprayed with that stuff. It's just grown somewhere else. Yeah. Most of the fruit they say is like grown is not even like, how can you get a seedless grape? All that stuff. Like, it's not really like growing from the ground, is it?
But it's all GMO.
Like
it's all GMO.
It's all fake fruit.
Genetically modified.
Yeah. Same with the chicken. I remember I watched Food Inc. years ago, and this was what scared me about the whole food thing. And if you don't have any crop or land, you're kind of fucked. Because like they were saying, like all of the meat is like they're injecting chickens to grow faster, and they're growing with one leg.
Hormones.
And like it's just fucked up, man. Like now there's no farms, they're just factories now. Because of the produce of like they got to basically supply the whole high street with meat. So that goes from the butchers, from Tesco's to Sainsbury's to the local guy. Like everybody has to have meat, and everyone gets their meat from different places, and there's not enough animals being produced to
to keep up with it.
So that's why the meat is all crazy, and sometimes you eat the meat and it messes with your moods, and it's just crazy. When I watched that, that's what showed me about this whole food thing. It's all fucked up, and that is conspiracy. But that's kind of that's how they're trying to like fuck us up. Is from the food. People are getting cancer quicker. People are dying earlier, The life expectancy is 80 years old, let's say, maybe. People are dying in their 40s and 50s, and I think it's due to the food and stuff.
But I think with the whole food thing, I think there's a really deep thing behind the food and the pharmaceutical companies as well, because obviously when people get sick, maybe most probably from the food they're eating, the pharmaceutical companies make more money. Because obviously it's business for them. People have to go for healthcare. People have to buy medicine. People have to see doctors. So I think there's something deep behind this whole food thing. But the point you brought up about obviously meat being genetically made is one of the main reasons why I made a choice to become a vegetarian.
That's what just.
But they're doing it.
That's fruit and veg as well.
Yeah.
But meat is just the most we eat meat all the time, innit? It's something that. You know, it's been part of our life. Even me, like, I'm really bad at eat frozen food. I eat a lot of fast food. I'm really trying to have, like, really know what I'm putting in my body so I can live longer. You see some people in different countries like Jamaica and, you know, Africa, that they grow their own produce and they live to 100 years old and they look so, how the hell, unless you're the queen,
Look
you
at
don't
the
live
Asians.
to 100 years old.
Look at Asians. They
live long as well.
live at ages. And they look young forever. And then one day they wake up and they're just wrinkled.
Yeah, so all of this McDonald's we're eating and all this, even the food in the markets, man, it's just killing us slowly. This is just me being a conspiracy theorist, but, you know, the food is not food.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, genetically modified, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it's a business. So if you're relying on farms,
absolutely.
like years ago they relied on farms, didn't they? They've done business with farmers and they've had cattle and that. So now they're just saying, look, we can just make this. They can clone that. The first thing they cloned was a bloody animal.
Yeah, it was a goat, right? Was it a goat?
Yeah.
A goat or
Was
sheep,
it
something.
Dory?
Something like that. Sounds familiar. Yeah, I think
Something.
it was Dory, I think. Something like that. Yeah, but yeah, so now that, you know, Tesco's is launching another supermarket chain, like, in terms of their competitors, like, how do you think they're going to react to this move by Tesco? Do you think they're going to, let's say, for example, Sainsbury's might try something
You
similar?
have to see how much it disrupts the marketplace.
Okay.
You have to wait for all the buzz of Jack's opening to calm down again and things to just settle back down to normal, and then see what happens, because you could end up first 6 months to a year having this massive big buzz about Jack's, and then all of a sudden nobody really gives a shit about Jack's, and then they just go back to Aldi and Lidl anyway.
How are they going to do it? They're going to start in London or the UK or?
No, the first store that they've opened is in a town called Chatteris or something like that.
I can't go to London. I think it'll be too hard.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
They could just replace the Tesco stores.
they might.
Yeah.
They might. Let's see.
But obviously they're not going to need to have such big spaces. So you're not going to need Tesco's extra space. You're just going to need like a Tesco's Express, really, or a Tesco Metro kind of size. If you're just selling groceries.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess what they might do is look at, if they wanted to enter the London sort of location, what they probably should do is have a look.
Team up with Amazon.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Yeah. But yeah, so they should probably look at what smaller Tesco stores aren't doing that well and renovate them into Jack's stores and see if they do any better.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good move for them. But about Amazon, right? So apparently Amazon has been wanting to enter the UK supermarket industry for a while.
They're already doing it with Morrison's.
Yeah, dude, you're ruining my flow, man.
You didn't know what you were going to say.
They've actually partnered with Morrison's, and rumours are that they're either going to completely take over Morrison's, like buy them out, or buy out another supermarket.
But isn't Whole Foods, which they own, over here?
Well, they own Whole Foods.
Pretty sure they own Whole Foods.
I've heard of that actually.
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
Because they started doing the Amazon thing, where you pick up an item off the shelf, and you don't have to pay. You don't have to, there's no checkouts because it's an app on your phone.
Oh, is it?
And you just pick out all your
Pay
stuff.
as you go, basically. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Pick out all your stuff, and then when you put something back, it registers that you put something back. I know that was tested. It wasn't. I don't think they've launched it. It was tested, but it worked really well. Okay. So now they're just looking at implementing it on a big thing. But the Amazon harvest is just kind of them doing it as QuickTime, really.
The Morrison's is
Because you do it within like an hour or 2 hours, and it comes like in 2 hours, which I think is amazing.
Wait, is that the Amazon
Harvest
thing,
called, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so I mean, once Amazon really sort of get their hands a hold of this supermarket industry in the UK, it's going to change things really rapidly.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Because you're taking technology with an industry that's not really technology run.
Yeah.
You know, Tesco's has an issue with their self-service checkouts. I never use them. I hate them. They never work. They never scan things properly. I put things in my basket, and it goes, "Please check your basket."
Yeah, right.
I had that issue the other day.
That's so
like
annoying.
5 times it told me there was not an item in my basket, and 5 times the guy came over and was like,
To be honest, today I went to my local one. It was so funny. Yeah. I didn't even do this intentionally as well. I scanned the item, went to pay, and then it said, "Please take your food." I was like, okay. Then I just took it.
Okay.
And the woman pressed the button on the other side, and I just walked out. And I was like, their error, their mistake. I just got free breakfast for nothing, you know. And I just like, there is so many errors with that machine, you know. And sometimes I say, oh, only cash only and all this stuff. So obviously, yeah. I remember when it first came, and I think the first one I proper saw was in Asda. And I thought, wow, I can just do it myself. I was like kind of amazed that you could do it
"But
yourself.
Asda's even worse."
Are they?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. To be fair, and Asda were actually
I don't think any of
struggling.
them really work great. Like, I don't think they're perfect.
At the end of the day, the machines that's being used every bloody hell, like it's
All day long.
Imagine that, it's like every second. He's probably getting overworked. There's no rest period.
Yeah.
Or maybe when it closes, you know, when it breaks.
Yeah.
But it's just like being used constantly, and I don't think it's ready for that. You know, they have to be bigger. Maybe, I don't know. Because someone might do a big shop, small shop, processing all of that data and that information now. Because that's a whole other side to it now. They're collecting a lot of data information on how much people are buying.
Yeah, and
all of that from that machine.
And you can only do a certain amount of items. Like, you could never
Can't
do
do a big shop.
You couldn't do a big shop on one of them.
Yeah, there's no way you
it's
can't.
too much.
It's more for people that are just in there with like
Like a quick.
when you're going for a sandwich, you just go in there, quick scan.
Scan.
I think that's what it's more
yeah.
aimed at.
Something
Whereas
small.
if you got Amazon on owning a Whole Foods or whatever, you're going to end up with. What could you end up with? You know, pairing technology
I
with.
think the supermarket should be like Americans, man. You go to America and you go to Walmart, they bag your groceries for you. It just feels good, man. Like you can go there and they just bag it for you.
Man,
that's cool.
And I know some foods used to offer that service where as they're checking out they bag it for you, but they stopped it for some reason. I don't know
That's
why.
just
Yeah, because they need 2 people in it. One person to scan it, one person to bag it. But they do it for old people probably, but not for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that was a good concept. And then obviously George, which is like I think Asda kind of like got brought up by like. Walmart. And that's when I had first clothes in the stores. They never used to have clothes. It was just food. So it was just interesting going to Walmart.
Yeah, but when I'm going food shopping, I'm not actively looking at all the other stuff. Like I'll go to a clothes shop to look for clothes.
Yeah,
true.
I don't want to go to my grocery shop
to buy clothes.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
That's you know that's why I'm thinking like Jack's could be great. You know, if they could replace my Tesco Express up there. Fantastic.
They like that one.
Yeah. Replace the London Road Tesco's Express with Jack's.
I think just go to Aldi, man. I think Aldi is so underestimated. Even like when you
the
apply
quality
for,
of the food is just not
even
that
when you
nice.
apply for jobs, man, it's like £10, £9 an hour, man. It's like,
But the quality
obviously
of
the
the
work
food-
is like harder, innit? I know because I was in Lidl and it's like kind of the same. So I was working for like you can basically work a retail job for like £8 an hour and work in a supermarket for £10. But obviously the work is mad. I worked in Lidl and like something like milk, which is basic, will just go out of stock.
Whoa.
You know, yeah, something like that, and then like the delivery comes twice a day. Normally you only get it once a day. So it used to come because everything has to be fresh. So one comes in the morning, and then it has like extra bread and extra fruit and veg, and then they throw that away. The amount of food they throw away is disgusting as well.
Oh, really?
In supermarkets, and they have to throw it away as well because it's not edible to eat. They can't even give it to the homeless. So they get like a truck, and the truck takes like all of the food that we throw away for the day, and it's just like disgusting to see how much food actually gets thrown away. And they have to give it away. Because obviously if they give it to the homeless and the homeless get sick, they're liable and stuff like that. And there's a lot of work, man. And they have no cleaners, they have no security. It's just like, it's just and it's small as well. Like Lidl just reminds me of like just a small like convenience store, you know. And it's a lot. It was a lot of work, man. It was a lot of work, and it's like you'll be on checkout all day. There's no rest periods. Every day there's big shops because it's so cheap. Do you know what I mean? So you can go there and you can buy like
you end up spending like 160 quid. But obviously in Aldi it's like 300 items.
And I think that they don't do their own products that I know of. They don't. And most places
The fresh breads and stuff like that
does.
Lidl's.
I think so. But I know that Tesco's as the Sainsbury's all got their own brand of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I buy because it's the cheapest.
Yeah.
I don't buy the brand name stuff. I always buy Tesco's value And then Lidl's don't have that. If they do, they probably only have like a few items. That but I'm interested to see how Jack's works out. It might just be a dud. We never know. But they got to do something because I feel like they're not going to be able to drop
Tesco's.
their prices. They're not going to be able to. They have to do something.
I mean, I do know that I think in the 1980s, Tesco's already tried something similar to this, where they tried to launch a value store called Victor's Value or something, but it didn't work out too well, and they actually closed it down. So,
But how did they launch that? Like obviously nowadays, back then everybody was all about fast food, convenience. Now the world's turning around and saying, hey, look, no, we actually want fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fresh. We don't want any GMO crap. We don't want any chemical crap. We want the real stuff now.
Yeah.
You know, the world's changed now. Like compared to what it used to be. That's when McDonald's first came out, wasn't it? 80s.
I think so.
Probably,
Yeah, so everybody was on the whole convenience. I go grab a quick lunch, go. Whereas now even McDonald's is having to rebrand itself as a family restaurant, not a fast food restaurant anymore.
Apparently, the trainers down their stores are just going to do drive-throughs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're only going to do drive-thrus because even now I'm thinking like they're opening up a shop, because the way the world is going, people want to get like this self-service shopping now. They don't want to go there and buy food. Like even me, that costs me like a lot of time to go to Tesco's, pick what I want, come back, put it in my fridge. Like I'd rather get it delivered, to be honest. I used to, and when I saw someone do that, I thought that's a bit weird. But it's cool. Like you can literally be on your laptop, pick what you want, and it can get delivered to your house. You save a lot of time.
The only issue you get with that is you get like sometimes you can end up getting like crap. Like I know that when Tesco's first came out and started doing the whole delivery thing, they were having this issue where people were picking out stuff, but they had like lower expiry dates. Like they'd run out in like 2 days rather than if you went there and picked it up, it'd be like
of course
7 because you pick like one within a day.
Yeah.
And that was a big issue they were having. Or when they get like when they didn't have like a packet of Walker's crisps, you'd end up with like a packet of Whatsits, and people were like, well, I wanted the Walker's, not the fucking Whatsits, so what's going on there? You know, and that's a big issue they had. But I think they've ironed that out now. I mean, I do online shopping with Morrison's.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's easy. Okay. I hate shopping. I say I prefer food shopping, but I hate shopping. Like, if Amazon brought Tesco's, that'd be the best thing ever.
So you like online food shopping?
Yeah.
I think we do online shopping. We got this addiction now to online shopping.
Yeah.
It's so quick and fast.
It's so fast.
Look, Amazon is something that I go to all the time for anything. Like most of the stuff in my house, if you go in there, it's all Amazon. Like
the thing is, though,
most of the stuff in it.
Like, even this week, I made like 3 transactions of Amazon.
Oh, you sold stuff on there?
No. Like I
brought stuff. Yeah.
Like 3 times already this week. So yeah, Amazon is super convenient, man. Like, in terms of like.
I mean, I hate shopping. I hate going out to shops.
But I wouldn't do clothes shopping online. I don't know. Some people can.
Clothes shopping, I wouldn't do online. You got to wear it. You got to go.
You have to see how it fits. How it looks.
It depends. It's been an occasion. Like I remember, like there was like a wedding. There was a wedding, and then I can't remember who got married, and it was just easier to just like measure ourselves and order it and get it delivered, rather than us bloody going there because it takes a lot of time to do suit measurements and all that stuff.
Like an hour.
Yeah, if you know your measurements, you just put it into the internet and it gets delivered to your house, and it's good for occasions because it does take a lot of time.
Yeah.
To do on for food for clothes and stuff. But I think online shopping is still, it's obviously hit us. Everyone does it more than they did like 5-10 years ago. But I was just thinking about this model. Is it worth them? They've got the money anyway, but is it worth them even opening an high street store? And how long would that last?
Yeah, because people that care about food do generally go out and shop still. They do generally just go out, like people that eat at, what's it called? Joe and something? It's a juice. It's a juice.
Oh, Joe and Juice.
Is it Joe and Juice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. People like that, they care about the quality of the food. So they're more likely to go out and grocery shop. They probably buy things online, but...
I'm not gonna lie, when I used to, I don't do it anymore. But when I used to do Tesco delivery, I actually liked it. It was convenient, even though you pay a little bit more, like £3, I think, to get a certain slot. It was just easier for me, like as an entrepreneur, like to go out there and waste like an hour shopping. And I always buy the same stuff anyway. So I can go online, you can just say buy what you bought last time, and then click a button, put your contact details, and it gets delivered to your house. Yeah. You don't have to go out and just go shopping.
Yeah, I mean, as an entrepreneur, it's time saving. That's why I don't go out and shop. Because it's about time. I don't have time to
You
sit
do
there.
Morrison online.
I just do
And then
Morrison's
you buy
online.
bits from Tesco Express.
And I just buy bits from Tesco.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, if they had a Jack's just up the road, which that's literally like 5 minutes away from my house, so I'd obviously go shop at Jack's.
I mean,
That's because it's 5 minutes.
The
Whereas
reason why
Morrison's is.
Where's Morrison's in Hounslow?
No, it's up
Brentford.
Oh yeah, that
Lake-
one. Brentford. Yeah,
Lakeman Centre. Is it?
The one in Brentford.
Yeah, I think so.
Where do you shop?
Well,
He doesn't know. His mum shops.
but my mum normally she gets her food from like organic market. So the one you mentioned,
Okay.
I think she goes there to get her foods. And she shops in Whole Foods as well. She's a very health conscious person, so
That's good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
does your mum do holistic medicines type stuff as well? Like, I know she's all like well-being,
what do you mean, like she makes it herself, or what do you mean?
or more like if you wanted to detox,